So today I will be creating this script and which is triggered by the keyboard inputs or buttons.
Hi, my name is Salman Amir, and in this video I will show you how to call your script and also its elements and functions by keyboard input. You can trigger an input option by stroking defined key in your script. So let's get started. As always, we need to first create our user interface and then assign functions to get the functionality of this script. So in this script we want to trigger the elements of this script by the keyboard keys. So first we need to define the keys and add an event listener to these elements. So first of all, I have this created these lines for the reference. So in first, if I pressed up key, then the add value 1 to the edit text, and if I press down key on my keyboard, then subtract value 1 from the edit text 1. So I'm taking this edit text 1, copying this and assigning event listener to this. Control V dot add event listener. So in this event listener we need to define the event name, and first the event name is, we have the key down. If you go to the JavaScript tool guide, we have two types of event for the key up and key down. Key down means if you press for example A key, then if you press A, then execute the function, and if I press key up type and press A key, then it will not execute until I hold. If I release the A key, then it will execute the key up event type. Hope you understand. Key up means like when you press and if the key is up, you release the key, then it will execute the operation which is on triggered in this type of, and key down when you press the key. Hope you understand this. And in the event name we can type this key down, and in the handler is the event handler, like the function. So we need to handler key, and we don't need the capture phase. And now we need to define what is the handler key. So I'm copying this and just it is equal to the function, and in the function we need to define a key. So I'm taking this k, and between in this handle key we need to define our main function for the key. So first I need the up key. So if, and here we need to define our condition, and if the k dot key name, I think key name is equal to up means the up arrow key on the keyboard, and if it is up and the user type the up key, then execute what, then execute this, then this dot text is equal to, then we want the floating value from the string of this text, edit text 1. So parse float, and we need to define this text like this dot text, and also we need to plus 1, so add 1 semicolon, and we need to define the down key also. So here we have to like the else if, and in else if we need to define the key dot key name is equal to what key? Down key, and if the user press the key and its key name is down, then execute this. Execute this means this dot text, the current event listener text is equal to, then parse float, and parse float what? Also this dot text, and convert and take the floating value from this dot text and assign it to the edit text 1. And also we need to then subtract 1 from the current value, and then save this, and we have this up and down key defined. So the up key will plus 1 to this edit text 1, and the down key will be subtract 1 from one value and one value whatever you call from this edit text 1. So for next we need to define, if the user press U key then on keyboard, then checkbox is equal to trick. Then we need to define another event listener. So for this time I am defining the event listener inside this. Yeah, that will be great. And if I control D this and just change this time we need to change the event listener to window, or main window. We are taking this main window because the checkbox we added in this window, and for this we are changing the value inside the edit text by clicking the edit text box and we are pressing the keys. But for this checkbox changing, we want to just activate this window. When it's active and press the key, then it will do its what we are assigned to this function. So I'm cut this and paste here, and in this let me close this function for this space or showing the current, and win.event listener key down, and we need to remove this, and here we are defining our function. So function, and this time our function is L, and we are defining this, and we need to just expand this. And if we need to define our keys also here. So if that L dot key name is equal to
what is equal to u. If it is equal to u key, then do what? Then execute this, then execute this. And what we want this underline dot value is equal to 1. You can type 1 or true, both are the same. It will check the checkbox. So if I run this, no, first I need to complete my all statement, and then at last I will run this. And if the user press Ctrl S, then show me the alert for save. So in here, because it's in the window, and if the user press Ctrl S for this window, we need to I am assigning this inside this event listener also. So else if, under this F where the F is ended, so else if, we need to define our condition also here. L dot key name is equal to what? Is equal to S, and in here then execute this. But before the execution, we have to trigger also the control key. So I am inside this else if statement, I am adding another if statement. If this L dot we need to define this time control key, like the control key is equal to true, then execute this. And here we need to execute our main line. So if our user press Ctrl and S combine, then what should do? Then alert this, then are you sure to save this? You can type any command here, but I am typing this alert. You can just create anything or just trigger anything, like if a user press Ctrl S, then you can just here type create a solid, like app.project.active-item layers add solid, and type the width and height, and also the color, and x etc, whatever you want. You can just type here inside the, if you want, trigger by the control and S. So we have completed this third line also. So we need to define this last, like the show what key I pressed last time. So if I press up, then do what? Then here, then this edit text, no, we need to change this static text. Control C in here. After this up, Control V, and the user press like the arrow up, and also when the user press down key, then arrow down. So we need to define also here the U key, and if the user press U, then just U, or just type like key U key or U. And if it is like Control and S before the alert, then this like Control plus and S. So the user type like this, and if I save this and run this on my After Effects target application, so if I execute this, and press Control S, so as you can see, are you sure to save this? And here you see my stroke which I pressed. If I press U, so observe what script does. So you see U key, and if I press U again, then it does nothing because it's check also. If I press Control S, then it will show me the alert, and you see show me also the command. If I just press up arrow key, the value changing, and also as you can see the up in the static text above the edit text is showing I pressed arrow key up, and if I press down, the value is also changing, and the arrow down, up, down, up, down. So you get the idea. And if I press U again, so it will just give me what key I pressed last time. If I Control S, then it will show me I press Control S. So I think you get this idea how you can use it in your real life application. And also the Wednesday tutorials are based on requests, and in this tutorial is requested by this one guy. If you have any idea and want a tutorial on it, then hit a message me on my social accounts. Links are in the description, and I hope you found this class useful. Thanks for watching.